All right, everyone, welcome again to the final tutorial. Now, this works great for anybody who doesn't have watercolor or acrylic paint. You can actually use markers with this technique and it will mimic watercolor. It's super cool. So I'm going to show you how. So I've got my bacon strips for my burger that are nice and dry. And don't forget to pull up a reference photo because you want to see what it is you're painting. What does it look like in real life? I want to try to get the colors. So got red, maybe yellow, orange, and maybe some brown. Okay, so I'm going to look at this while I'm painting. Now, I've grabbed those 4 colors, and here is what that technique looks like. You need your markers, any kind, and you need a plastic bag. Okay, so I've got a Ziploc. You can use a plate, you can use a piece of Tupperware. You just need something plastic, even saran wrap. Then you're going to take your markers, and you're going to kind of color a big blob, just a random blob, lots of pigment, lots of marker, a random blob from the colors you want to use. Okay, and I'll show you why in a minute. This is really cool. So draw on your plastic. Now go back and get your brush and your water. And again, if you don't have a brush, you can use a Q-tip, you can use a toothbrush, you can use anything. Okay, you don't need fancy materials. So I'm going to get some water on my brush and I'm going to touch my wet brush to the marker, and you can see all of a sudden it liquefies. I'm going to add actually even more water. You can see it liquefies my marker, and now all of a sudden I have watercolor paint. So I'm going to take my bacon with my really wet marker paint, and I'm going to start touching it to the edge of my bacon because I want that to be the darkest spot. Okay, so you can see how you can use markers to get that watercolor technique. I'm going to get just some plain water on my brush, just start dabbing with plain water, and you can see how it's going to drag that pigment across my bacon without actually adding more color. I'm just adding just water because the toilet paper is doing the job for me. Okay, now we still want to do some blending. So I'm going to go and grab more water on my brush, clean wet brush. Lots of water, liquefy my color, and now I'm going to start to add that second color. Extra water droplets if you want to drag it around. Okay, lots of water, dab, 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 and you can see how that marker just gives me that watercolor effect with pretty simple use. So it looks pretty good. Okay, so give that a try if you don't have paint. It's a really great way. Again, don't forget the back. Flip it over, make sure there's enough color on the back. And don't forget to try a few different colors so you get that kind of blending technique.